Now let me ask you this, because you know where I came from, and I know where you
Hmm.
came from. What about when people look at you now and go, "Yeah, you're up there because everything was given to you, everything came so easy to you. You're
Hmm.
up there in your ivory tower,"
Hmm.
which is funny to say, but there are still people who say that shit to us, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Bro, do you
You know, no,
I am a fart in the wind compared to actual wealth, bro. Like you have no concept of
you have
wealth."
no idea. I have no idea.
I've met
But
people
again,
who have palaces, multiple,
yeah,
plural.
I think it's. I think people that say things like that lack lack context, right? And they lack scope, right? So, and again, it's like one of those things. Like, man, when I was, um, and again, one of the reasons why I say feeling rich now, it's like I remember when when I didn't have a bike. You know what I mean? Like, damn, I really want a bike so I can get around. And this is obviously before you could drive. Like, yeah, I want to have a really
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
bike so I could get around the neighborhood. Then once I started like, oh man, I just want a car. It doesn't have to be like the nicest one. I just want a car so I can get around. Right? It's I think as we move further away from those things, like the basics. I'm a very very basic uh basic bitch. A very very basic guy, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't need a lot of things to be happy to sustain myself. Tells about I was like, man, I never lived into a house until I bought my own. This is on the scope, like, but again, I have scope and experience. Like I've seen where some people live, what they go and what they drive and whatever. And it's like, but at the same time, it's like I can't get tied up in that. This is what I
No.
got. This is what I feel good and what not. There's really not that much of a difference,
Yeah.
you know. Even shit, even an apartment or a house. Do you like it?
Well, listen, I'm not shitting on people that want to live in apartments. That's not the
No.
point. That wasn't the point. It's well, the point was me saying to me that's not you don't have wealth, but to them they might be exactly where they want
Where
to
they want
be
to
and
be?
they're
Yeah.
happy with it. That hopefully that came through. I don't know if it
Yeah.
did. I
Yeah.
think
No.
I
Yeah.
glossed over that. I wasn't shitting on it. Uh, but to me, the trappings of wealth don't mean anything to me. But I guess, hey, I'm going to Japan or I'm traveling. People are like, oh my god, that dude must be. Even though I'm driving a 15-year-old truck and I
Uh-huh.
wear I wear my own apparel.
You know what I mean? It
It
is
is no name brand.
100% relative. It's like, but I think once you kind of break down the all of it, it is relative because again, there's plenty of people who don't have exorbitant amounts. And again, well, for the sake of context, what we're talking about, I think there's a very vast difference between rich and wealthy, and
Yeah.
what those things mean. I feel rich. I don't. I wake up every. I don't need anything. I don't need anything. I have, as they say, first world problems. I don't need anything.
Yeah.
Right. I have zero needs at all in the world, which is to me. I'm like, isn't that kind of the fucking point?
It is for me.
Right?
But
It's
my
like,
first world problems is like how much money am I willing to spend on more leg room on this flight I'm taking?
you know what I'm saying? So it's like when you like relatively speaking, be like, oh, I can't fly on a plane with other people. Like I need to have my own flight. But I'm like, okay,
Hey, listen,
okay.
don't get mad when that happens, baby. We have a Street Tales Network fucking private jet, baby.
Oh, I'm not again.
Let's
Don't get
go.
me
I ain't
wrong.
gonna knock it.
Like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong at all. If I had the access to some of this stuff, again, there would be signs, right? I was like, but I don't need that to feel rich, or I don't need that to feel. I think the biggest thing, and I think maybe this is where the question was being asked from a sense of if you're not at the highest heights, like what are you doing? I was like, well, I don't use money to base. Money doesn't give me value.
Yeah.